Hello again, Steve Thompson and Randy Mercer at Thompson Family Motors. It's a beautiful day, sun shining, for about the next maybe 5 minutes. We might get a half hour before the next wave of rain comes through. Anyway, I want to try to get this video done today. I screwed up the one we originally done on this one, obviously. But anyway, 2016 Ford Taurus. This is a SEL. And on this unit, I mean, it's a super nice car. We actually bought this car about 1.5 years ago, sold it to a really good friend of ours. He went through some stuff and he asked us if I wanted to buy it back because he was moving to Florida, and we absolutely didn't even ask him price, just bought it back because two things going on here. These are fantastically wonderful cars. This thing's in beautiful shape, as you can see, and they're getting really hard to get. Ford Motor Company quit making these things, as they did so many good vehicles, like dependable stuff like Grand Marquis, Crown Victorias, Lincoln Town Cars. Sorry about the background noise. We probably should have went up to Seacrest Park and did it. And it does have what I call they're the upgraded wheels. They're one of the same optional wheels that goes on the Taurus SEL. And quite honestly, myself personally, and I think Randy will agree with this, these wheels, the car's a great car anyway, looks awesome, but you put these wheels on this thing and it looks just like a show. It's got the spoiler on the back. I think Randy's got the hood pop force. And there is the 3.5 V6 motor. It's been very well maintained. I think it's got the battery's right at 3 years old now. And quite honestly, it's starting it perfectly. I remember on the last video we tried doing, I was trying to figure out, it's a Duracell. Now, I wonder how many of them little round batteries they had to jam in that square box.
Yeah, you gotta see too many of them.
Anyway, on all of our 3.5s, we tell the good, bad, and the ugly, and any potential problems. Like I tell people all the time, I was with some folks last night at 9:30 and telling them that the Achilles heels on these motors is that they have an internal water pump. It runs off timing chain. And there's a little weep hole down here right above the alternator. And if we don't know whether it's had a water pump put in it or not yet, because you just don't know. But what we do is we've got a little camera I can bend down there and look right at, make sure there's nothing leaking from it. Usually if they are leaking, it's going to be real obvious because it'll drip right on the alternator, then down off the bottom of the alternator, and you will see your reservoir going low. And if you do have a 3.5 motor and you're losing antifreeze, I'm going to give you a little hint. You better check that oil real quick, quit driving it, and have them drop that engine, the cradle down, and get a new water pump put on it. And I will tell you that I have a Ford dealer do it. That way it's under warranty, parts and labor, because there's a lot of labor involved. But that's really the only issue, and that's all these 3.5s. Interior, there's before Randy puts his butt in there, take us for a ride. The leather is in super nice shape. The guy we sold this to does not smoke, doesn't chew tobacco, so I don't see any stains on the floor or anything like that. Very nice car. Dual power seats, moonroof. And I'm going to say we go for a ride at this point in time. And oh my God, you know what? Remember what it'd take us 5 minutes to get the seatbelts fastened on the 75 LTD, because you even mentioned there ain't no reason. Wonder why people didn't like wearing seatbelts, because it was a pain to get hooked up.
That's why they wouldn't wear them.
And let's see, we have our AM/FM with Sirius capable radio, heated seats, and like I said, nice moon roof. And we're always talking about the moon roofs. on the trucks and the SUVs. I have not heard of anybody having trouble with the track system on these cars. Let's see, and then I'll go to my teleprompter here, as I call it. So I can just make sure I remember everything. Backup camera, rear parking sensors, and they call them Amy's even got it on here, Randy. They're called the premium 20-inch 10-spoke wheels.
Yeah, that was an upgrade.
Sync enhanced voice recognition. You reckon that thing would recognize my voice the way I talk?
No.
Because you try to decipher my text when I text you something.
There's not a chance.
No. It's got power adjustable pedals, which is super, super handy for tall or short stature folks. There are no smells in this car. Randy, I mean, we're very honest about it. You smell anything of any kind of indication, anything? Because I know Bill didn't smoke.
And does it have remote start?
Yes.
I think it does.
It's got remote starts right there on the key fob. You just lock the doors, the horn will sound, and then you push that little 2 times button and she'll fire right up.
That's the other thing. All the doors, all the compartments work.
Yeah, yeah.
On these cars, they're usually always 1 or 2 of them that don't work.
It's usually this one here that doesn't, it won't close. They're usually just like broke open.
Yep.
And that's another way for us to tell whether a car's been well taken care of and not abused or just thrashed around. But besides that, there's not French fries on the floorboards.
Yeah, this one's been well taken care of.
Very nice car.
Yeah, it runs good, drives good. Nothing wrong with it.
And you know what? You've driven this car more than I have. Back forth to your shop, and there's your backup camera. It's got the lines, little lines. It's just.
And it's got 90,572 miles, which isn't too bad.
No. And while prior to him having it, it had a really good Carfax as far as the maintenance and all that stuff. And these really are. I mean, I hate to admit it, but quite honestly, I always loved my town cars. But we had one of these that I drove in the winter. One of these, it was an all-wheel drive model. This is a front-wheel drive. And we had an all-wheel drive, and I drove it for, I don't know, 7 or 8 months. And I think the seats, and it was a SEL.
There.
Let's see if Randy's predictable. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
You're running pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I had to let up because I was just getting close to the speed limit.
Right. Right. He was getting close to speed limit, so he had to let off the toe feed.
Yep.
But yeah, absolutely fantastic car. We have absolutely found nothing wrong with this car whatsoever. We haven't had to fix anything on this car. Usually there's something. Yeah. There's a blend door motor or something. There's always something.
Well, like you said, we know who had it. Yep. He took very good care of it.
Yeah, and actually, that's something else too. He had new rotors and brake pads put on it, front and rear. And I'm going to say that wasn't even 2,000 miles ago. It was probably between 1,500 and 2,000 miles ago. But yeah, just a great car. Anyway, if you're interested in this vehicle, or you know somebody that is, go to our website, ThompsonFamilyMotors.com. Our direct line here is 740-685-0322. And if you like the retro cars, we love our old cars. And we've got them out since it's been sunny and nice and warm. Of course, they're going to have to go back in for what? Saturday, we're calling for snow again?
Yeah.
Yep. Before they put salt on the roads, the cars have to go back in. Yep. Anyway, everyone have a good and safe day. Thank you much.